All right, welcome everyone. We're looking at section 3 of the IELTS listening test. And in this one, we're specifically looking at gap fill and multiple choice. Now, in gap fill, it's very straightforward. We did this in part 1. If you haven't seen that video, I recommend you go check that out. But just to quickly review, you read the test and you guess the answers quickly. You're not trying to get the right answer. You're just using your English knowledge to make the best guess you can. You never want to say, I don't know. You want to make the best possible guess. If you cannot guess, you say ice cream. And the reason is, it is easier for your brain to guess and check than it is to just listen and wait for information to come in. You have to prepare your brain to find the correct information by predicting the answer. For multiple choice, we carefully read the question. We're going to do that here, so we're going to look very carefully at what the questions are checking you understand. So remember, it doesn't mean just read it, it means understand what the test is checking that you can do when you are listening. Let's take a look. All right, so this one's fairly straightforward. We're in section 3. As always, this is from IELTS 7. Go buy it on Amazon. The link is down there. Section 3, read the instructions first. One word only. Now, when you're guessing, you can use more than one word. That's fine. But in the final test, one word only. Always read the instructions. But, as I said, when we're guessing the answers, we don't pay attention to that. Now, remember, part 3 is a little bit harder, so they're going to be pushing you to see that you've understood these things a little bit more. Differences between individuals in the workplace. All right, so it looks like we're at work. There is some sort of conference or instruction going on. Let's find, maybe this is a university lecture. Let's find out. Individuals bring different ideas, learning experiences. What's another word that could go here? Yes, ice cream could go there, but I'm going to put backgrounds. Maybe I'll put technical skills or just skills. Remember, whatever one word you get in there very quickly and then move on to the next one. Work behavior differences are due to personality and education. All right? Or personality and attitude. Right? Anything that comes up. Finally, effect of diversity on companies. And by the way, this is a key point. If you ever come across vocabulary in this part of the test and you don't know the word, let's say diversity is a word that is unfamiliar or behavior, you should learn it. All right? If it's in the test text, that makes it necessary vocabulary, especially if you're aiming for 6.5 or higher. This is your vocab list. So we have here the disadvantage, diversity can cause conflict. Advantage, diversity develops atmosphere. Diversity develops creativity. Diversity develops financial opportunities. Again, don't worry if it's 2 words. And, even if you're not sure, put in something simple. Diversity develops money. Diversity develops ideas. It doesn't matter, but try. And remember, if it's the first time you're doing it, it's not going to be easy. But the more you practice, the easier it will get. Let's move on to the multiple choice questions. All right, now as I said, these ones are a little bit more tricky. So you'll want to take a bit of time to understand these ideas. Write them down because they will come again. Number 24. Janice thinks that employers should encourage workers who are potential leaders, open to new ideas, good at teamwork. To me, this is cause-effect. If they are this, Janice thinks they should do this. So cause, they're a potential leader. Effect, encourage them. This is a very common thing that appears in IELTS tests. Cause and effect relationships. So really, I would write that down. Think about that. If they are open to new ideas, cause, employers encourage them. That's what Janice thinks. If you do this, this is what Janet thinks. Cause effect, cause effect, cause effect. 25. Janice suggests that managers may find it difficult to. That's easy. Problem. Janice is suggesting a problem. So now I have to look here. Forming successful groups, balance conflicting needs, deal with uncooperative workers. So these are all problems that they might talk about. And they're all clearly about different workers doing things differently. I would say that B and C are kind of similar. So we have workers not doing things well. So they're uncooperative, all right, or they have conflicting needs, whereas A is about the success of the group or making the group. So A, making the group, B and C are dealing with the problems of the workers. All right, so that might help a little bit. Try to see how they're different or similar. 26. Janice believes employers should look for job applicants who. So I would say that they're looking for a definition. All right, good employers, good job applicants. This is the definition. Who is a good job applicant? And then all three of these are going to be positive things. Can think independently. All right, that's a good thing. Will obey the system. Interesting. So A is about being independent. B is about the system, all right, about working in a group. So notice that difference. Independent, group. And then C, solve problems. Okay, so I think those are three pretty different answers. So independent, system, or group, and then finally solve problems. So remember, it's really about understanding what they're looking for. What is the good thing that she's looking for? Now, for some of you, you might see will obey the system and think, oh, that's weird. I think maybe that's not the answer. That's what I would think. So I'm already thinking maybe it's not going to be B. And that's fine. Maybe it is B, but I'm engaging. All right, I'm carefully thinking about what information is coming. Finally, let's take a look at 27. Janice believes managers should. All right, so now we just look at them and see how they are different. Demonstrate good behavior. Okay, so that's about the manager. The manager should do this. B, encourage cooperation early on. So that's about the employees. So A is about the employer, his good behavior. B is about the workers' behavior. They should cooperate. C, money. Now you'll see this a lot. In a lot of multiple choice questions, sometimes the answer is just money. Okay? But think about these two especially. You have to really think about how these three are different. Now I know some of you are thinking, Mark, that is a lot to do because I only get 30 seconds to read before I listen. Maybe it's a minute. That's why I was saying work on your reading. The faster you can read, the easier this is. The more you practice, the faster it will be. So please remember, if you have the test tomorrow, this might help you, but if you have the test in 3 months, it will definitely help you. So make sure you have a look at that. Let's move on to the final part. In this case, we have 3 gap fills, 1 word only, super easy. All managers need to understand their employees and recognize their company's, whatever the word is, purpose, mission, philosophy, hiring policy. Remember, you're guessing as many words as you want. When managing change, increasing the company's profit may be more important than employee satisfaction. I doubt that's the answer. That is probably not the answer, but still, I'm guessing. Is it money? Probably not. Maybe it's morale. Maybe it's work atmosphere. We don't know. Maybe it's customer satisfaction. But again, if it's wrong, that's fine, but you want to have some kind of guess. Finally, During periods of change, managers may have to cope with increased amounts of increased amounts of profit, probably not the answer. Increased amounts of stress, increased amounts of fear, increased amounts of sick employees, sick days, all right? Any of these ideas are going to work. Again, the multiple choice questions here got a little bit more difficulty. In an upcoming video, we'll look at some even more difficult looking multiple choice questions, but for now, there you go. Multiple choice and gap fill. I'll see you in the next video.